have a sibling or know someone who has autism or is autistic? Okay, a good few of you. I have two autistic brothers, an older one and a younger one. And I'm basically going to be talking about just growing up with them and how it changed my life and the different influences that I had because of having those brothers. So, autism, the definition of autism is a mental disorder where you have difficulties communicating and making friends with people, and growing up with my two brothers, it made me have a lot more patience with people and a lot more confidence. Autistic people tend to get are a lot more sensitive than most people, and just when I think of growing up with my brothers, I just think of all the good things that I've gotten out of it. I'll tell you a little bit about them. My older brother is, he just turned 21, and I thought it was so funny. He always likes trying new things, and all throughout his, when he was 20, he couldn't wait to try alcohol. And I just think it's the funniest thing because he wants to learn so much out of life and he wants to get so much out of it. He loves history, so it's fun to have conversations with him and watch TV with him because he will sit there for hours on end and he'll be watching these history videos and he'll be watching these things on like the histories of wars. He loves wars and just the history on basically anything. And when you have a conversation with them, you have to kind of be careful what you say because with autistic people, certain things that you say can trigger them to be a little bit, to go kind of off edge, kind of. Like my older brother, when he doesn't get what he wants, he kind of throws a fit, so to speak. He will get angry and he'll start yelling and he just won't have it. He wants what he wants and he normally gets what he wants. So my older brother and just, I feel like autism in general is just this huge thing because you have all of these people who are autistic. The statistics of people who have grown up with autism, it's just people who have autism, there's so many more than there used to be. There are a lot more people that have autism now than have in like previous years. And one of the sources I had read had said that on an average, families spend normally up to $60,000 a year just on that autistic child. And growing up with a single mom, it was kind of hard financially because my brothers would want all of this stuff and they would need to get it because if they didn't, they would throw a fit. And my mom always liked to get us whatever we wanted. My younger brother, I believe he's 15 now. He has a growth disability along with his autism. So he looks and acts like he's probably 8 or 9. So he loves shows like Winnie the Pooh, he loves Wally Kazam, he loves these little kids shows, and he always wants movies like Doc McStuffins and toys, and it's really fun to communicate with him because it's hard to communicate because you're talking to him and he'll keep asking you why over and over again, and I don't really have the best patience with whys, so when I'm talking to him I kind of have to take a step back and I have to think to myself, how can I approach this situation in a way that we can both get what we're wanting flowing out of the conversation. He can understand, and I can understand what he's saying. Some of the times he'll come and he'll talk to me and he won't really, I won't understand what he's saying, so I'll have to ask him to slow down and tell it to me again. And when you grow up with autistic people, it has its challenges. It's definitely hard to communicate with them, and it's hard to live with them because they have all of these higher expectations and these higher needs than we do. And when you grow up with them, it's especially harder on like me and my sister because we have a lot more responsibilities in the house and just in general to watch over them and to take care of them. And not only that, but there are also some positive things about it. You get to this whole new world of possibilities and this whole new world of learning. And when you're communicating with them, you learn patience and you learn to take a step back and just think of what you're saying and keep an open mind, because whatever they could say, you have to be prepared to have an answer to that question. My relationship with my brothers is a little unique because you have to treat both of them differently because they both are on different sides of the spectrum. With autism, there are so many different things that you could have and you could be. And actually, I read that 40% of autistic children don't speak. So it's especially grateful to me that both of my brothers do speak. My younger brother didn't speak for a long time before he started speaking. I don't think he started speaking until he was 4 or 5. When you get put in a situation to where you're that close to autistic people, like if you're siblings with them, it becomes your norm. Like, I'm used to talking to my brother and having to explain things to them and having to take it slowly so that they can understand. And I was on the phone with one of my friends, and my little brother comes up, and he just got home from school, and he comes up to me and he's poking me, and he's like, Topanga, Topanga. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I just got home from school. And I'm like, okay, cool, did you have a good day? And he's like, yeah, I did, who are you talking to? And I'm like, a friend. And I'm talking to my friend, and I'm like, okay, Christopher, like, you go play with your toys, and I'll make you dinner soon. And he's like, oh, okay, and he'll run into his room. And it's just, we have such a unique relationship, and I love my relationship with him especially, because I feel like him with me is a lot different than him with my siblings and him with my mom. He likes to talk to me specifically, and he'll come up behind me, and he'll start, quote unquote, tickling me. And this is basically just like aggressive poking, and I'll have to laugh so that he'll stop tickling me, but he doesn't do it with anyone else. He only does it with me. And he'll bug me about bowling, because he loves to bowl, and he'll be like, do you have work this weekend? And I'll be like, yeah. And he's like, oh, well, you don't have to go to work, we could just go and bowl. And it's just such a unique relationship that I think without having that relationship, I wouldn't have the patience and the caring that I do today. I think that if I hadn't have had 2 autistic brothers, I wouldn't be going into the career that I want to go in. I wouldn't be wanting to look into the mind and wanting to figure out why we think what we think and what mental illness is, how that affects us. I wouldn't be wanting to do any of that if I hadn't have had the patience and the want to learn more about them, and I just feel like they have influenced me so much in life, and they have influenced my family so much in life, and that I want to encourage you guys to, whenever you talk to anyone, it doesn't have to be anyone autistic, but whenever you talk to your sisters and your brothers and your parents, just, if someone frustrates you to the point where you just want to yell and scream and you just want to throw something, take a step back and just take a breath and think about where they're coming from. Think about what their mind process is in that, because they might not be able to understand where you're coming from. And especially with autistic people, if you ever get the chance to talk to an autistic person, I saw that some of you have already, but if you do get the chance, just make sure you're taking it really slowly and you're making sure that they're understanding what you're saying and you're understanding what they're saying, because if you don't, you might accidentally say the wrong thing and you might accidentally make them upset. And like if you see them in the store or something, just kind of think about what they're going through and what their process is. Yeah, I would just ask you guys to think about what people are going through and just think about what autistic means to you, and think